Hi everyone, we're going to simplify this rational expression by adding. And the first step to do that is to look at your least common denominator. So when I write this out, I'm going to have 3x plus 3, and let's factor this. This is x plus 1 times x plus 1. All right, plus x minus 1, and expand this one, and that's your difference of squares. So that's going to be x plus 1, x minus 1. Now you want your least common denominator. So you need both of those. Both of those you need. So you have x plus 1 times x minus 1. Well, x plus 1 again. All right. For this one, we already have an x plus 1, but we're missing the x minus 1. So we need to add. I'm going to just scoot this over a bit. So my least common denominator is going to be x plus 1 times x plus 1. We already have an x plus 1 in this common denominator, but we need the x minus 1. So this is your LCD, your least common denominator. You have to have all three pieces. All right. Now, since this is our least common denominator, what I do is I put 3x plus 3 divided by your least common denominator, which is x plus 1 times x plus 1 times x minus 1. And you look to see what's missing. And what's missing is this x minus 1. So technically, we're multiplying this by x minus 1. We want an x minus 1 there. So I'm going to also multiply the numerator by x minus 1. So we're going to have to multiply this by x minus 1. Plus, now do the same thing. So we have x plus 1 times x plus 1 times x minus 1. Now what's missing from this, the difference between these two is we need an additional x plus 1. So you would write this as x plus 1, and you also have to multiply this by x plus 1. All right, so let's write that here. So it's x minus 1 times x plus 1. Now what I'm going to do, and you're not going to notice it, I'm going to duplicate this page so I can erase it. But this information you're seeing here is still going to be here if you scroll back. So I'm going to duplicate the page, and now I'm going to erase this. So that way I save time with this. Now I'm going to simplify the numerator. So we have our LCD. I'm just going to write LCD for now, because the numerator is going to be the hard part. So let's FOIL this out. And we're going to get 3x squared minus 3x plus 3x minus 3. So that's this part. And then for this is just going to be x squared minus 1, because that's that difference of squares. So this is plus x squared minus 1 over your LCD. Now all we have to do is simplify the numerator, and let's see what we get. So I'm going to erase this. Again, all of this is on your the previous slide. So we have 3x squared plus x squared. That's 4x squared. And these two cancel. And then we have negative 3 minus 1. So that's going to be minus 4 over your LCD. So this is going to be, if you factor out a 4, you're going to get 4. I'm going to really scoot this back in. All right. Factor out a 4, you get x squared minus 1 over your LCD, which equals 4 times x minus 1 times x plus 1 over your LCD. Now again, I'm going to duplicate this page and then erase. So it'll still be here, but you can't see what I'm doing. All right. So now I'm going to erase this right here and rewrite this with this. So we have 4 times x minus 1 times x plus 1 divided by your LCD. Now I'm going to finally write that down. X plus 1 x minus 1 times another x plus 1. There's two x plus 1s. All right, so these cancel. These divide, and when you divide them, you get 1. 1 times 4 is 4. And then we still have this left, x plus 1. So this is your final answer. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.